161 Power Sports, and I would like to welcome y'all to one more video on the WORKCROSS series from American AODES. As you can see, it's a four-door side-by-side 1000cc, and this time we're doing the WORKCROSS 1000-6 model. Now this one, just to give you a recap, comes in a 650 model, same design, -3, three-seater, front bench seat with 2 doors, and then it comes in a 1000 three-seater -3, and then it comes in a 1000-6, which is going to be like this one right here, and then they have the HV model in 1000-3, which is just the heat, and then 1000-6, which is just the HV, like this one, but with HV heat only. And then they have their HVAC models on the WORKCROSS 1000 and 1000-6. All right, folks. So talking about this unit, right? As you can see, it's built very well. It's got a dump bed in the back. It's got all-terrain tires right there. 4 doors, so it can seat up to like 6 adults. It's got a middle seating space that actually comes down, turns into a cup holder. So let's start talking about what you have on the front, right? So on this one right here, there's a bumper upgrade, which is real nice. I like the front design, the front grille design on this side-by-side. Kind of resembles a Polaris. And then on top of that, you get this nice little grille, which I really like about it. Comes with the nylon material winch included. Your package, front disc brakes on this thing. It's got coilover shocks, adjustable. Let's look at the shocks. These are all coilover adjustable shocks. And then these are your control arms with support brackets, which is really good and adds on to that WORKCROSS next generation side by side, and it adds value to it, you know. It's definitely better than their Jungle Cross series. It's got disc brakes, 4-wheel drive on demand with locking differentials. It's got big old radiator right here. Boom. And to get to maintenance on that, all you got to do is open up the hood. Boom. Boom. And see this? You have access to your reservoir right there, and then other stuff like these are just access to your fuses and stuff like that on the inside. I mean, you know, it's just a little airflow that you can get into. And you can also pop this open, like right there. So, which is real nice. I like it tucked up like this. Other side-by-sides, some of them do, some of them don't, but this one does, so it definitely makes it a premium model. And it's very easy to put on as well. All you gotta do is twist these things and it'll lock it up back in place. So it's got nice LED lights up front, hard bumper grille. We talked about the coilover shocks, all-terrain tires. It's got 27 by 9-14 inch tires right there. It's got full doors, right? So it's got a hard roof, which is standard, mirrors, doors. Light bar, however, is not standard. We added that on. And then the speakers that we have on the back, this party bar right there, the bazooka, that's an add-on, so it does not come included with the price. But other than that, everything is standard on this, right? So you get a ground clearance. Let's talk about the ground clearance. You get a ground clearance, a minimum of 12 inches over here, right? The wheelbase is at 115 inches. It's about, overall length is about 154, about 65 inches wide, about 78 inches tall. So you might be wondering, would this fit in my garage? Which I think it would, because 78 inches is not much. You know, even if you have like an enclosed trailer that you're using to haul it, I think this would be a great fit, right? So we talked about the front and rear wheels. They're about the same size, 29. Well, the front ones are 27.9/14. The rear ones are 27.11/14, right? So on this one right here, you get about 11.9. It's about like 12-gallon fuel tank capacity, which will last you almost forever, depending on the usage, right? And like I said, it's got the adjustable coilover shocks. These are all gas shocks, so they're terrific when it comes to handling. It feels really plush whenever you drive this thing. All right, so you open it up from the front. This is your little latch that you want to move to be able to like get in and open the door. So you look, You just shut it, boom. All right, let's look at the features over here, right? Let's look at the features. So you get a key, set of 2 keys, and you hold the brakes, which is your brake and your gas right here, like regular, and you twist it one time, let the fuel pump calibrate, the needle is going to make its turn, and then you hold the brake and start her up, right? Let it idle down to about like this level. This needle right here is perfect, between 1,000 to 1,500, right at about like 1,250. That's how much your RPM should be, so that way this shifter right here on the right hand side shifts with no problem, right? Which I like about this as well. It's got a real nice shifter. All right, let's look at these rocker switches. So you got your light controls. You can turn them off all the time, running lights, and that's your headlight being turned on with high beam. This is your beam control. That's low beam, regular lights, that's high beam, okay? And then you have your horn. It's real nice. I like that little raspiness on that horn. Winch, in and out. Blinkers, a cigarette lighter, 12 volt, hazard, and your 4-wheel drive selectors. You know, you get your locking differentials with that, and then there's another one right there, 4-wheel drive, both rear and front differentials locked. That's just the front locked, and that's just 2-wheel drive, which will automatically disconnect the front locking differentials. Right, here's your USB connect, 2 ports right there. I think that it's out of time they bring out the Type C. That's just my opinion, but. And here's your glove box. Comes with your AODES little signature bag, and then you get your toolkit for your maintenance. Got the owner's manual right in there. Boom, lock her up, and there's your oh shit bar right there. So you get real bumpy, you can like hold on to it. So now it comes with half windshield. Now part of the promotion, like we talked about on the other WORKCROSS series, we'll carry on with this one. So we're giving away a full glass windshield, guys. A full glass windshield. We'll throw that in there as part of the package deal with the purchase. And look at this. If you don't have nobody coming or sitting, it's got this deal right here that comes down. A little phone holder, whatever you got, you can put it right here. Cup holders. It's real neat. All right, I'll just put it back up. And then same thing with the rear passengers too. So that thing drops down. So you got seat belts for all 6 passengers. These are, like I said, full size side by side. So I'm like about 5'10", and I don't feel cramped up at all. I feel like it's got a lot of room. It's real nice, and it drives very smooth. Now let's talk about the turf modes. So we have park right here all the way to the bottom. That's the only park thing that we have. There's no extra handbrakes or none of that stuff, so just put it in park all the way to the bottom, and that's it. You're in park mode. And then one step up, you got your reverse. Another step up, you got neutral, which means it can roll freely back and forth. And then on your drive mode, you got a high and a low. Now depending on different situations, you want to use high gear when you're like more about speed. You want to use low gears, so that way whenever you're operating on low gear, there's like less strain on your clutches. And then on this particular unit, we have our locking differentials, right? So basically what it do is, so it will lock the rear axles in the uniform motion, so that way you're able to like come out of stuff easily. It gives you more traction and better, pushing power for you to be able to like get out of hard situations, right? So you only want to use these lockers whenever it's like whenever the situation calls for it. Regular time, like 80% of the time, I would say you'd be riding in high drive, maybe low when you're hauling stuff. And like I said, even if you're in low, you need more traction, 4-wheel drive maybe, or you can still operate in a high with, 4-wheel drive. And then locking differentials when, you need to like really push through it, and then you need that uniform traction. That's when you want to use that lockers. It's got a tilt table test result of 35.4, which is supposed to be very, very good. It's just a measurement of lateral stability in a degree of a sample standard condition vehicle like this one. with an operator. I think they'll have like the guy who drives it and a passenger offload 430 pounds, and it's measured in accordance to like their international standards of ANSI and ROHVA for recreational off-highway vehicle. So, which is very good. And so, I mean, this says that this one is pretty stable. So, chances of it flipping over is, unless you do some crazy stuff, it is just not going to flip over, right? It's a huge machine. It's very tough to do that. And a 35.4 is kind of pretty high and good rating for it to be able to like flipping over like that, right? So let's talk about the bed. Well, let's talk about the bed space. So as we can see this door right here, I like the fact that it actually comes out like that all the way. So you can just walk in freely with this and then, just go about your way. I like that. And then you just shut it, and it's a full half-size door. So meaning it comes up to this level, but it covers all the way to the bottom, okay? It's the second row seats. I just want y'all to take a look, see what you think. Look at that. There's a lot of space there too. So even like big guys will fit in it with no problem, right? All right, let's talk about the bed, right? So you got a hydraulic assist, a dump bed on this thing. Let's look at the dump angle. You gotta do is do that, which is pretty damn good. See, look. Boom. So you got whatever in there, it's sliding out. You got dirt, hay, whatever you got, that you need to dump, get rid of, that dump angle should be great for that. All right, so it's got plastic bed, right, which is real neat. I like the plastic beds over metal because it just lasts longer. You got hooks right here so you can like tie them down. The good thing is they're also giving us this. So since it's a WORKCROSS model, like on all the WORKCROSSes that they're giving us, a metric scale right here. So you can do work, cut wood, whatever, up to spec. So you ain't gotta, go find you a scale or none of that stuff. So you got that bed that'll do it for you, right? So it's a nice tailgate feature. It's got rear lights, brake lights right here, and parking lights. All of them is the same. Blinkers work off the same light. Look at the rear shocks. There's a lot of travel in this. It's a real nice machine. I like the way this gives comfort. I know the shocks have to do a big role when it comes to like how smooth it drives, and they do like a phenomenal job. I like that. It's got the same coilover oil shocks, and then gas shocks in the rear as well. You get your hitch, so just normal size hitch. You could just like start pulling trailers. Let's see what the towing capacity is. So there it is. It says you can tow 2,000-pound rolling weight trailer plus cargo. Okay, so that's a 2,000 pounds, not only just for like hauling, but plus the cargo, as in like your bed, people, all that stuff, right? So that's pretty neat. And that's your rear end. Got your CV axles right there, four-wheel drive. I really like the fact that they put the shield on here, which is really good. See, it's all over that exhaust. It faces this way. A lot of times, people had issues with the Jungle Cross series having to deal with the heat. So basically, the engine is pushed back on this one, right? So you do not have to deal with that situation right here. See, look. Very properly insulated, and plus the engine is all the way to the back, so you ain't got to worry about heat coming to your feet, which is a big deal. Because I know Texas or other states, man, it gets real hot during summer. So that is kind of neat. And like I said, it comes in different colors. So we got the pearl white, we got the titanium gray, we've got the red one, blue, black. You can always go for a wrap option, so you can just wrap it up. You could go bigger tire sizes if you don't like this. You just want to upsize. You could definitely go about upgrading your tires. I know some guys that do lift on this one, so if you need help with that and resources to connect to, definitely feel free to reach out to us. We do that as well. Speakers, slide bar, whatever you need. I mean, if you're using it for work and you need a special attachment on this thing, definitely give us a call. We've got welders, fabricators, and access to a lot of good contacts, skilled men that can actually get the job done. So whatever you want, just let us know. We'll make sure we give you an answer and make sure get that done for y'all, okay? So the weight on this thing, right? So this thing weighs in right at about like 2,079 pounds. So that's its curb weight. As far as your uh, gross weight, is right about like 3350. That's your gross vehicle weight, right? The bed dimensions, we actually didn't talk about the bed dimensions. The bed dimensions is about like 52.5 inches long, 36 inches wide, and about like 11 inches tall. That's your bed right there, the dump bed. Dimensions on that. It's got disc brakes, we talked about that. Front bumper, front winch assembly. You get LED lights, LED tail lights, gearbox brake. It's got a multifunctional digital display, so it got everything that you'd want on a side-by-side. And it's at a fantastic price point too. So now, they're not very much far apart from the Jungle Cross series. Now, if I were you guys, I would go definitely buy this in a heartbeat over the Jungle Cross. Just because of the fact that, you know, they give you so much for so less, in a sense that they're practically the same price. This is their new series, new generation side by side, so I would definitely consider this a very strong contender. So if you'd like to go with something like this, please feel free to give us a call at 469-669-1313. We ship nationwide. It's not a problem. Even big as this thing, we'll have it shipped to you. We'll figure out a way. Don't worry about it. We got flat rates going on. We're not that expensive when it comes to shipping. I mean, $500 for most places, maybe up to 1,000 depending on the location, right? So we'll definitely we'll bid the load and see who has best price to offer us, and we'll go from there, right? Automatic trans, reverse, four-wheel drive, work machine, work vehicle, your play toy. This could be your favorite play toy. I'm telling you guys, you will forget about everything else you had. This side by side, if you have a big family, especially in Texas, they sell more on the 4 doors than on the 2 doors. So if you got a big family, friends that you want to ride with, have a real good time, I would consider this twin-cylinder engine, 1000cc, the WORKCROSS Super Sport side by side. So it's a nice little mix between fun and play, and work. So that's the WORKCROSS 1000-6. If you have any questions, I felt like we covered a lot of stuff. If you feel like there's some questions unanswered, like I said, give us a call at 469-669-1313, and we'll gladly go over that with you. We're here open every day, 10 to 6. We're right off of Highway 161 and Pioneer Parkway here in Grand Prairie, Texas. If you're local, come visit us, test drive, see what you think. You like it, you know, we're able to like have it delivered locally or around anywhere in the United States. And now if you're far, feel free to give us a call. We'll schedule a time where we can even FaceTime and show you the product, so that way you can actually virtually feel this thing, right? So we're able to do that. And like I said, it comes with warranty, 1 year parts and labor through the manufacturer, and we are a service center that can work on it. So that warranty got you covered. And this is the WORKCROSS, guys. Give us a call. Like I said, financing options, $200-300 a month with maybe some down. We just have to look at the deal terms, see what the approval comes out as. Easy to get approved. There should be a link on our website. You can go do that. It's a soft credit check, so it don't hurt your credit. There's no hard inquiries on it. It's a soft impact. So like I said, it's an AODES, American AODES WORKCROSS 1000-6, the 2024 model. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Now what we'll do is start her up and take it out for a spin so you guys see how it rides.